What is everyone overlooking about the New England Patriots, especially going up against the Carolina Panthers? Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, hit the notification bell, boom, and hit the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday, dropping this Saturday morning, about to go coach a soccer game with a bunch of 4 and 5-year-olds. Throw up some prayers for me. It's going to be wild, and we'll see if we catch the dub. And then we got some college football all day, and then guess what? NFL tomorrow, and then we got Patriots, Carolina Panthers. It's going to be hype. You guys know we're climbing up to 10,000. Be a part of it. Hit the sub button if you have not. Today, what we're going to be jumping into, keys to the game for the Patriots offensive, defensively, and then as well, we got to do it. We got to jump into the Vegas odds. And so it's going to be a great episode. What the Patriots need to do and what people are overlooking. Because again, the Patriots have shown, and Stefan Diggs has even said, this team could be 3-0. And I think a lot of fans who are optimistic, who have seen the good in this team, would agree 100%. So ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into it. First and foremost, keys to the game offensively. You're going to laugh. Might get a little frustrated when I say this first one, but it's common sense. Protect the football. Protect the football. If the Patriots organization has been smart, what they have done is they have made every single person who fumbled the ball last week, predominantly Ramondre Stevenson, all day in the cafeteria, going to the bathroom, sleeping at night, ball security, ball security, ball security. That's what they need to do. Protect the football. If they win the turnover battle, it should make this game easy. Just like last week, if they would have won the turnover battle, it should have made that game easy. Next, establish some form of run threat. That's common sense in this Josh McDaniels offense. They need to get the run game going to really help open up that pass. Ramondre Stevenson, we saw against the Dolphins, did really well, especially coming out of the backfield and catching the ball. Him, I think you're going to see Henderson and Gibson sprinkled in much more, but they all have potential to break out. We should know that. We've seen it already. A lot of them had touched the ball, and when they get the opportunity with the ball, they make the most of it for the most part, unless they fumbled. Please don't fumble. Next, win matchup versus Carolina's zone defense. So you're going to see a lot of zone as well as cover 3. And so a lot of big plays you're going to see. Seam, crossing routes, tight end hitch. So expect Hunter Henry to go big. I have him on a handful of my fantasy teams. I plan on having him start. Again, a lot of people overlook him. I don't think they think much about him. You know, a lot of people are thinking about Stefan Diggs, Kayshon Boutte, which I hope they both have big games, but a lot of people are always sleeping on, not Patriots fans, but other people on Hunter Henry. So expect that they exploit those types of routes right there. I think that's going to be huge offensively, especially for Drake May. Next up, you look at comfortable early in the pocket for Drake May. Big issue, Jared Wilson out at left guard. Insert, though, Ben Brown, and hopefully they can settle in. Again, Mike Vrabel said just the other day, Ben Brown, there's a reason that he's on this team. He has a purpose. He's stepping in, and he expects him to perform. I do too. There's a reason. I said this yesterday. There's a reason they kept him over Cole Strange, because they value him, and they think he's going to do better and has a higher ceiling and trust him more. That's as simple as that. Ben Brown, great pickup. We'll always say that. Love to have him on the team. Excited that he gets to start. Bummed that Jared Wilson's out. Next up, when we talk about that pocket for Drake May, we have to add in, and I think a lot of people haven't really thought about this or looked into this much, but the Panthers only have 1 sack on the year. Nothing crazy, nothing sexy defensively for the Panthers. Yeah, a lot of people are going to say, but look at they beat the Falcons 30-0. Again, the Falcons are trash. The Falcons are not a good team. And we're going to get into the Vegas odds and what they say about this game in a minute. But again, this should be an incredibly winnable game, just like it was last week for the New England Patriots. And this offensive line should be able to create a great pocket for Drake May to throw and absolutely carve this secondary. That is my home. Offensively, there is a potential for a huge game by this Patriots offense. Again, tomorrow, I'm going to drop some predictions, all that fun stuff in the morning. But I will tell you this. Every week I'm going to tell you, Stephon Diggs and Drake May said, listen, we're getting him involved. We want to get the ball in his hands. We want to do this and we want to do that. I see Stephon Diggs scoring tomorrow. Get ready for it. I think this is going to be a big wake-up call game for the New England Patriots. Do you believe in it? Comment below. Next up, win in the red zone. I think that's common sense as well as protecting the football. When you're in the red zone, you got to capitalize. If you do not capitalize, it's not going to bode well for you. I think that's common sense. Less field goals, more touchdowns. Borregales, sure, he needs to be connecting on field goals as well, but common sense, we need to win in the red zone. But I think the two huge ones, obviously besides protecting the football, they get a run game going, as well as Drake May's carving them up. I think this game in particular has the potential for this offense to really blow up and people to start turning their heads and looking at New England and saying, okay, yeah, they should have won that game against the Steelers. And, let's concede the Raiders game. Everyone's probably sitting there like they really in reality should be 3-1. Or if you want to be super optimistic, you say, hey, they should be 4-0. But again, like every game, must-win game. But I really, really am confident going into this game. So comment below offensively, what's something I missed that you think, hey, this needs to be a key. We need to look into this. Tell me your thoughts. Would love to hear from you. Next up, we look defensively, and I think this is huge as well. A couple things that have been overlooked, as I said, kind of offensively overlooked. You look at Hunter Henry. I feel like that's a player that's always overlooked, and then he goes out and just absolutely balls out. Oh, there goes my light. There goes my light. Everyone, timeout, timeout, timeout. Listen, guys and gals, do sports games get boring when the score is just a complete blowout? Well, I'll tell you this, make it more exciting by sprinkling in DraftKings. I've just teamed up with DraftKings and we have an awesome offer for you. New customers, all you have to do is bet $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5. Get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, get $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Come on, what's there not to like? All you have to do is use promo code STP. Again, I'll repeat it and maybe a little slower. STP. If you're a new customer, betting $5, $200 instantly in bonus bets. Again, $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket. What is there not to love? So don't miss out. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. More information in the description below. Laugh at me all you want. Things happen. We're live, baby. We're live. My battery, my cord, just so you know, my cord broke, and so now I go on batteries. I go a couple days, and if I don't charge it, that's my bad. I'm fixing the light situation, but I know you guys all, you're like, Aaron, I don't really care. It isn't that in the world, but regardless, I appreciate you guys. Keys to defense: contain Bryce Young. That's common sense. The man's athletic. If he gets out, he can really extend a play, especially if the play, everyone's covered. Great coverage downfield. He can slip out and make something into nothing, and so he needs to be contained. So when we look at rushing, one, obviously containment is huge, like I said, but on top of that, I think it's not getting those wide rushes where he can slip through, the defensive tackle D end that is not containing the edge rusher. So I truly believe Keion White, if he's in 100% off the edge, I think he might surprise a lot of people today. Again, another person who's being overlooked. I think he has the potential where we know, hey, a lot of times we see him in the NFL as more of a interior guy, and he has that potential there. But I think him in a bull rush off the edge might be absolutely just diabolical against the Carolina Panthers. So we will see. We will see. Again, Landry, we can't forget, he is tied for third in the NFL right now with sacks with 3.5. The top, I think, who holds that right now is 4.5 sacks. So he's literally 1 sack behind. Again, continuously proving people wrong. He was a great free agent pickup. I think he will continue that against this offensive line of the Carolina Panthers. Next up, on top of that, force Bryce Young into to throw into tight windows. That's just common sense. Should be better in the secondary with Gonzo back in 100% in the secondary, because we know Carlton Davis will be playing as well. Thank goodness. So defensively, I think things are only looking better for this team. Christian Gonzalez back, better coverage. Hopefully we continue to get a solid push on the defensive line, throw some stunts at them that are going to throw them off, containing Bryce Wilson. Laugh at me all you want. Say I'm way too optimistic. That's fine. But I think offensively, defensively, this could be a massive game for the Patriots. A statement. I'm going to say it right there. A statement game for the Patriots right here, where people are going to be turning heads. Last but not least, defensively, I threw this in, but Ryan Fitzgerald, not Fitzpatrick, not Fitzmagic, is the kicker from FSU, the rookie, that, if you remember, before the draft, we looked at Ben Saul, who is from Pitt. We looked at, obviously, Andy Borgales from Miami, and then Fitzgerald was the guy from FSU. That's obviously good enough to be starting in the NFL. He's perfect, I believe, from field goal, but his kickoff is very interesting. He does like a knuckleball kickoff, and so this is something for Henderson and Gibson. Obviously, they're going to be aware of it. Mike Vrabel talked about it. Springer, I'm sure, has prepped them on it, but it's very interesting because you go too deep, then it falls in front of you, and then it takes weird bounces with that knuckling. If you've seen a video of it, it is wild. It's a wild kick. It's very impressive, and so that's tough. Then you get too far out, and then he kicks it over your head. It just very advanced, and really evolving this new kickoff. So again, I think they have to be able to figure that out. We know that both Henderson and Gibson has already done it this year, has that potential for that breakout speed where they just take off and they're whoop, whoop, and they're gone. So again, if they can do that and they can contain that, I think it's going to be very good for them. Next up, we'll probably talk about a little tomorrow at the end of the episode as well, but we jump into the Vegas odds. At the moment, Patriots 5.5 points. Guys, that's close to a touchdown. That is what Vegas is saying about the Patriots going into this game. That is huge at minus 108. And then you look at total points, 42.5. And again, I think this is a statement game for the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots have the potential to make a huge statement to the NFL going in or into Foxborough, beating the Panthers. Would be huge in a step in the right direction. So comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Are you optimistic? Are you negative? What the heck do you think? Anything I said, anything I missed, would love to hear from you. Tomorrow I'm going to drop another morning episode you guys can watch before the game. We're going to be talking about my bold predictions as well, maybe some other little pieces of info that maybe we missed. So anyways, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on our way to 10,000. Sorry about the lighting. I'm an absolute knucklehead, but I love you guys. We'll talk later. Peace.